interface. You're not using this TNC. All this is a sound card. It's just a computer sound card, an extra computer sound card. You have to use a piece of software called AGWPE. It was written by SV2AGW. And it's AGW's packet engine. And he provides it for free. He's also got a paid version that has a lot of extra goodies that most people don't need, but you know, anyway. All right, now I usually use this thing called AGW Monitor, written by the same guy, which just shows the packets going in and out. It's not doing anything.
That's how you see that.
It's just showing the packets. Okay, and then finally there's PackLink. Takes a minute to come up. Yeah, here we go. Okay, PackLink is provided by the Winlink people. It's the interface between your email client and your station, and the packet, I should say. Between your email and the packet. It's going to take the email messages, it's going to form them up into packets. It's going to put the proper headers and footers and everything else that Winlink needs. So,
The
frequencies of the top.
Huh?
The frequencies on the top.
PackLink is this one, okay?
No, I say the frequency.
145. No, that's something else. This 146.
Yeah.
No, that's something entirely different.
Okay.
The frequency you set on your radio. So I've already got a pre-program for the frequency I know the M1EZT station is on.
Which is?
145. This one's 145.030. And you know, I forgot to do send me an email.
I sent you one.
When? Tonight?
I
The
sent you one about,
WB2RYV?
I sent it to
Okay, well,
to
let's see.
you about
So I've
a couple hours ago.
Okay, so I've already set up in my PackLink all the information about N1EZT. Okay, that's already set up, so it's going to try to call N1EZT-10. That's the identifier of the station.
Where is it located? This one? At your house? Yeah. At your house.
Okay, now it responded.
It's got in right away.
Okay, got in right away. Beautiful. And now it's going through the various handshakes and protocol.
Okay.
Oh, so you see what the packets are.
Yeah, I see the packets.
That's how you were doing me that day.
Yeah.
John, what power are you running right now?
50 watts.
Okay, so sit
Yeah,
down.
I have no idea, you know, what's between here and Frank's house. This literally
Should I put the
sitting.
torpedo on the sheet now?
What do you
Should I put the torpedo on the sheet now?
I think it's
Should I
good.
put the torpedo on the cookie sheet
Yes,
now?
yes.
Long drink, sure.
And what's happening is it's negotiating with the machine that's at Frank's house, and the machine that's at Frank's house is talking to the Winlink server. In this case, it's connected to. It usually tells you where is it? Oh, Wien. It's connected to Vienna.
Yeah.
It happens to be going to the Winlink server in Vienna.
You're in the way. Austria?
Huh? Austria, yeah. Okay, and it's asking the Winlink server in Austria, is there anything for WB2RYV?
The Austrian server is
Now-
going, are you kidding?
And the Austrian server, no, the Austrian server has said there sure is.
Yeah, here it comes.
Okay, and what's happened is, it's actually said, I can understand some of what this stuff is saying, but the Austrian server says, yes, I have. There's a server in Halifax, there's a server in Australia, there's a server in Vienna, I forget the others.
Australia, Seattle area or something like
I
that?
don't remember now. Okay, so what's happened is it's received a message, 250 bytes total of 137 bytes in the message, 250 total when you have all the packet garbage around. And it sent the message, I received it, it's now saying it's got one message to go to my email client. See that one down there? So that's it, that's what happened. It sent that message. That's a lot of handshake, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If you're doing a bunch of messages at once, it's not nearly as bad. For example, for field day, from our field day site, I sent 22 messages via the machine at Frank's house, from our field day site. It took 25 minutes to send them. One of those messages, by the way, two of those messages had 5K attachments that I sent to Wayne and to Betsy. And neither of them ever acknowledged them, but I knew they got them.
Can you open up your email from there?
Yeah, now I'm
let's
going to
do
open up
this.
my email.
Now, does that mean that if you have 10 people sending, you're gonna have to wait for one to get finished before it will
Yes.
accept the other one?
Yes.
He's in queue.
Yeah, it won't
So
send,
different
it
voice,
checks to see if the frequency's busy, and it won't send while the frequency's busy, it waits for the frequency to be open.
Although it is capable
Yeah,
of listening. You know, I
Okay.
don't, you know, I mean, it could do it because it shows different channels, you know, that when they're connected to the pack link.
Now, when you get sophisticated enough, you can have multiple receivers, you can have multiple radios going into one gateway. Or you can have multiple gateways, depending on, but yeah, if this particular one's on 145.030, it's on 145.030. Whatever other traffic is on there is going to, it could potentially interfere. But you can have multiple gateways if we had enough volume.
You better have a dedicated radio for that?
Or here's what I sent them.
You can, you certainly need a dedicated radio for the gateway. And here's the message from Frank, KB1,
It's working.
IFX-3.
It's working.
It's
It's
working.
connected, good.
Nice, very
But he could have told you that right here.
But you wrote to it 2 hours ago. 1 hour ago.
Yeah, what
Yeah, but I
version
sent
of
that,
that's what we're running?
Huh?
What
This
version?
this will run on XP, on Vista, and Win7.
Okay, that's it, okay, we'll go.
Yeah. As usual, there are some tricks if you're running it under Vista, because Vista's a piece of, you know, whatever. So either go to Win7 or stay with XP. John?
So you launched the AGW software, which then connected to the radio and logged onto or connected to the Winlink server.
Well, AGW is a piece of service software. It's not doing anything. Packlink is.
Okay.
Packlink is talking via AGW to the radio.
Right.
AGW is intermediating between the
Right.
sound card and the software.
So it connected,
Mhm.
and it handshaked, and it said, hey, do you have any traffic? And it said, yes, here you go. And then it was done sending it, and terminated the connection.
Yes,
So you're not connected anymore.
that's correct.
Okay.
Now, I could reply to Frank. I don't want to waste everybody's time. I could reply to Frank and then send it, same kind of thing would happen.
Gotcha.
But
You
you can,
reply by using normal email.
this is my normal Outlook Express.
And then you type, yeah, I got it,
Yeah,
and then automatically goes the
Yeah.
other way.
It can go two things. If the internet is down, I can send it out, you know, to another station as a pack link set up, and then it can come into the internet that way. So we've tested it out both ways. Or, you know, right?
yeah. If the internet is working, I can just send it via the
And
internet.
it's going to.
But the whole idea is if the internet is working, they don't need us. You know, this is for where the internet is down, the phones are down, they need communication, they need to be able to send files.
Or you're communicating with an area where the internet is
Right.
down, you know, and that's why the servers are all over the world, because the assumption is that there is a large-scale but partial failure of the internet, not a total worldwide failure.
That's the
Right.
philosophy, yes.
Right. So
Or
there's
somewhere it's open.
So the emails are distributed to all the servers around the world, and whichever one you can log into will deliver it to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what the algorithm is for deciding which one it logs into, but on different logins, you'll get Vienna, you'll get Australia, you'll get Halifax, I know there's one down in the Washington area that's out of service at the moment, but there are 5 of them total. But they're distributed around the world so as to try to maximize the chance that one of them is working.
Okay, John, I've got a 20-year-old 2-meter radio.
Mm-hmm,
I've got a 10-year-old desktop computer.
mm-hmm.
Will they work? And what other expenses do I have, TNC, et cetera, to put a system together?
Okay, what is your 10-year-old computer running? What operating system?
Let's say it's running XP.
Then the 20-year-old radio should work as long as it's in proper working order. You know, if you tune it to 145.030, it's really going to transmit on 145.030.
Do I need a PL?
No, no.
So whatever you're using for PSK will work for this.
Yeah, well, but he's not doing his PSK on VHF. You said you got a
Oh, yeah,
20-year-old
right. Sorry.
U8 2-meter rig.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
You can go something as simple as this. This is about $100. That's all you need. Okay. Actually, if your computer's 10 years old, you probably need a serial to USB interface too, which is another $20. That's well, let's see what let's see what that was. That was this last message. It was N1EZT to some beacon. I don't know.
The beacons, yeah.
Yeah. So, but all you need is one of these. You can do it with the Rig Blaster. There's the Donner digital interface. You can buy the TNCX for $50 to $100. It's $50 as a kit, $100 pre-built. MFJ has just come out with their equivalent of the TNCX. It's a little bit more money, probably not as high quality. I can say that. I don't know if you've seen the latest catalog. MFJ has come out with their own version of the Buddy Pole, their own version of the Rig Blaster, their own version of the Signal Link, their own version of everything. Even their own version of some of the L-Craft rigs.
But they're slightly different.
Yeah, and they're MFJ. Alan, MFJ is one of the big manufacturers. MFJ is the guy's initials, but it usually is known as Mighty Fine Junk.
Ancestry came out with a radio that's a clone of the Olenko.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's it. Now this is my regular email client. This is what I do my regular email on. I got